Hi, I'm Tef. Some of my friends wanted me to make a video explaining why I am the GOAT of Balatro. In this video, I'm going to show you everything I know. We're talking how the game works, the best and worst jokers, common and not so common, synergies, how to deck build, how to scale, how to crush early, mid, and late game. So grab your virtual deck, because we are going to learn. Let's get into it. First off, what even is Balatro? Think of it like poker if poker was completely unhinged. Your goal is simple. Play poker hands to score enough points to beat blinds. Every round, you draw cards, play a hand like pairs, straights, flushes, and your score multiplies based on your deck, multipliers, and jokers. You win a blind, you move on. You lose a blind? Tough luck, buddy! You lose. The chaos comes from the jokers, tarot cards, and vouchers that completely change the rules of the game. One run, you're stacking multipliers of face cards, the next you're turning every card into your deck into a wild card. Balatro is like if poker and roguelikes had a baby. And that baby was addicted to coke. That's the only way I can put that. Alright, let's talk about the bread and butter combos that will carry you through most of your runs. First off, we've got one of my favorite combos in the entire game. Baron and Mime. With good deck building, this combo can be an absolute monster. Baron gives 1.5 times molt for every king held in hand. And the Mime re-triggers held in hand abilities. So that's 1.5 times 1.5, and let's say you've got a deck full of kings, that's 1.5 times 1.5 times, you get the point. And your score will exponentially grow. Now imagine you've got steel cards. It will be 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5 for each card. And now imagine if you got a red stick. The next one we got is Photo Chat. Photo Chat is fundamentally built around re-triggering face cards. The Photograph Joker gives you 2x molt for your first played face card. And the Hanging Chad re-triggers the first played card 2 times. So you can see where this goes very quickly. You can also use the Sulcan Buskin to re-trigger every face card for even more molt. The next one I do see commonly used, I don't personally enjoy it, but to each their own I guess, which is Vamp Midas. The Vampire card will suck the absolute life out of every enhanced card, every single one, for 0.1 times molt. And the Midas card applies the gold effect to every face card. So every 10 cards sucked is another 1x molt. Pair this with a Pareidolia to make every card a face card, so all of your cards turn to gold cards. The Vampire sucks the life out of it, and you've got infinite fucking scaling. It is kinda good. Another one I do love to abuse is Bloodstone Oops. The Bloodstone card gives every heart card 1.5 times molt, but it's only a 1 in 2 chance of occurring. This is where Oops comes along. Oops doubles the chance of something happening. So that 1 becomes a 2, and becomes a guaranteed 2 out of 2. So all of a sudden, every heart card is getting 1.5 times molt, and if you get some re-triggers like Hack, Sock, or Chad, you are set for the entire run. Now here's where the real spice comes in. These are synergies that make you feel like an evil mastermind that just made Frankenstein. The first one is Constellation and Perkeo. This one is a bit harder to get since Perkeo is a legendary joker, but the payoff is insane. Perkeo creates a negative copy of the card in your consumable area, and Constellation gains 0.1 times molt for every planet card used. So the idea is to get Perkeo to do a planet card, and every round you can just reap the rewards. The next one I do like to abuse when I have the opportunity, it is Wii and Hack. The Wii Joker gains 8 chips every time a 2 is scored. If we pair this with a hack that re-triggers the 2s, and maybe a fib for more scoring, it results in this. 2,664, it's fucking insane. Another one I found recently is Reverse Parking and Mime. Reverse Parking gives you a 1 in 2 chance to get $1 for every face card held in hand. Sounds like it sucks, right? Yeah, don't pick it up, it's terrible. But if you pair it with a Mime, a Blueprint, a Pareidolia, and or an Oops, you'll make so much money you'll put Elon to shame. It's not funny. The last one I've got for you is Seltzer and Glass cards. Finally, the Seltzer card or any card that re-triggers for that matter, paired with a glass card, is insane work with the right setup. Because the glass card gives a ×2 molt with a 1 in 4 chance of breaking. You re-trigger that, ×2, ×2, ×2. Next card, ×2, ×2. You get the idea. That shit is broken. Again, these are just suggestions for good synergies that I've found. Feel free, if you're comfortable, to play around with different jokers and learn the game, and suddenly you'll realize you're scoring numbers that will break the UI. Deck building in Balatro is where a good run lives or dies. Here's the golden rule. You trim the fat. Early game, it's really tempting to keep every card, but the fewer cards equal more consistent hands. If you're just going for flushes, delete offsuit junk. If you're going for 5 of a kind, you cut down just the ranks you care about. Also, don't be afraid to pivot. If the game gives you a god tier joker for straights, but you are playing flushes, adapt. Balatro rewards flexibility, not stubbornness. Now, scaling is how your deck gets stronger over time. If you can't scale, you will get crushed by later blinds and lose the run. Jokers that gain X molt or add molt in general in each round are your best friends. Enhancement cards like glass, steel, and gold also give really good benefits, and you should probably abuse them as well. Like, if you have the money, open tarot packs, open constellation packs, open spectral, you open packs! Speaking of which, tarot cards and planet cards are like steroids for your scaling. Buff the hand type you're playing, and you can absolutely destroy each blind in like one shot. It's insane. So the ultimate goal with scaling is you score bigger every round, because late game blinds will be brutal and will fuck you over. Now let's talk jokers, which are the absolute heart of any Balatro run. Specifically good jokers versus bad jokers. And for good jokers, we've got any X-Molt joker. Just any of them. X-Molt is very good. It is the best form of scoring in the game. Another one I love is the Baron, which is obviously, we've spoken about this before, it is absolute free win if you can deck build and you have kings. Another one that also buffs face cards is Shoot the Moon, which gives plus 13 flat molt for each queen held in hand. I have seen this work many times, and it is amazing every time. Another one I love is Blueprint and Brainstorm, which with the right deck can be insanely good. Now let's talk about bad jokers. Most of the time, these jokers that only give flat chips with no scaling, so most common jokers, you probably shouldn't pick them up. I'm looking at you, Jolly Joker. Another one that can fall under this category are situational ones that require absolute huge setups for tiny payoffs, like reverse parking. Another one that I am very guilty of using, I do it all the time, are funny but useless meme jokers that are great for laughs, but are absolutely terrible for wins. Just remember this. A good joker either scales you indefinitely or makes your current deck strategy 100 times easier. Now we're getting into the early game. Early game is absolute survival mode. Please don't blow all your money on rerolls. And don't skip, please. Issa, don't skip. Here's what you need to prioritize. A joker that actually does something, like flat molt or X molt. Deck thinning for consistency, so pick up all your hunting men, your deaths, your fools, your planet cards. Speaking of which, planet cards to buff your absolute best hand. That is another amazing thing to get early game. Let's say you're playing flushes. You're gonna pick up a Jupiter. You're not gonna pick up a Pluto. Why would you pick up the Pluto? Your only job in early game is to survive until your scaling engine comes online, which will bring us into the mid game. By mid game, you should have a direction. Your deck is lean, your jokers are doing work, and now it is time to scale. You will have to buy every planet card for your main hand. Again, imagine you're playing flushes. You're gonna buy a bunch of Jupiters. Just any Jupiter you see, you buy. I don't care if you have $5 and that $3 Jupiter is staring at you. You give it a kiss. You also want to grab arcane packs to make your cards absolutely insane. Grab Empress, perchance, for flat molt. If you want X molt, grab Justice for glass cards. if you want steel carts, grab your chariots. Another good thing to do is buy a bunch of vouchers and turrets for your money flow. Some good ones would be overstock, clearance sale, reroll surplus, wasteful, seed money, hieroglyph, director's cut, paintbrush. There's a lot of vouchers that are very good. If you see a voucher tag, you should probably use it so you can see extra vouchers. There are some bad vouchers like Magic Trick, which will just put annoying playing cards in your shop and just completely fuck you over, which I don't recommend getting. But I mean, if you have a hologram, then that's fucking perfect for you. But necessarily, you should prioritize more picking up vouchers that make things cheaper or help you out by buffing you. Now we're getting into the late game. Late game Balatro is absolute pure madness. This is where the game expects you to be a card flipping demigod. You need to lean fully into your synergy and stop taking random cards. Your scoring should absolutely snowball with every hand. And if you have X-Mult and card enhancement stacked, you can absolutely one-shot the blinds. And you won't be in a sticky situation where the wall is going to fuck you over and you can only score 50k. Now, before I wrap this video up, I want to give a couple extra, tips, from the kindness of my heart, because I'm that good. I'm the GOAT. First of all, if you have the money, you should probably open any pack you can see or reroll just to, see what's in the shop. If there's, you never know, you could reroll and there could be a blueprint or a brainstorm just sitting there, ripe for the taking. And you didn't reroll when you had the money. What are you doing? Another one I've learned is sometimes skipping a blind is a lot smarter than dying to it. If you know you won't beat this blind and the skip is offering a really good buff, like a spectral pack or a tarot pack or a joker pack, something that will help you beat the next blind, you might have to take that. You might have to just bite the bullet, take the gamble, take the risk. Balatro is all about risk. If you're not taking these risks, you will die. And if you do take them and you do die, you learn from that. And that's what I love about this game. I've learned so much by losing. It sounds so stupid, but it works. Another one is practicing your money management. I've watched my friends die too many times because they have no money. Please, as I found what works for me is saving $15 for interest on blinds, because that can be the difference between a dead run and a absolutely goated god run. And most importantly, just embrace the chaos. Half the fun, like I said earlier, is losing to the dumbest RNG imaginable. It's so funny. Anyways, I have rambled on for long enough. That is how you go from absolute Balatro noob to pro. I hope this guide helps you start breaking the game instead of the game absolutely breaking you. And if you learned something, please hit that subscribe button. It costs nothing and it helps me out an absolute ton. And if you want to see me actually use this stuff to win insane runs, stick around for more videos. Now, go play Balatro and win some runs in my honor. Please, it would be so great. Bye.